Okay, so I wanted to start at your really, really early years. Okay,
Right.
so we're going to go right back to when you came home from hospital, when you were born. So George and Hilda, your mum and dad,
Yes.
brought you home from hospital,
No. I
right?
was born upstairs.
You were born in number 9?
It ended up as 9 Colebrook Road,
Yeah.
but when I was born, it was 4 Rock Terrace. Same house, same thing, but they just changed the name of the road.
Who changed the name?
The council, because they built all bungalows and prefabs down the road.
The prefabs that are still there
They're
now.
still there, yeah. They were built for, well, I suppose after the war and things.
They were, but prefabs
Yeah.
weren't supposed to last, were they? They were.
They're still there.
I know this. There's still some at Pardo Crescent and
Yeah,
Todd Way. Yeah,
no, they're still there.
absolutely, and they're still all privately owned.
Yeah.
So you were born in 9 Rock Terrace, and your
Yes.
dad was George,
Yes.
and your mum was Hilda,
Yes.
D, Mr. and Mrs. D,
Yes.
and your mum was how old, haven't you?
42.
42. 42, haven't you?
Yeah.
Which I guess back then was quite old. Were you a surprise? A
Not-
gift?
No, not really, because my mother worked in the ammunition factory down in Bridgend, and they had to go to work with the bombs and whatever.
Right.
And my father said, I'll get you out of there, but the only way they could come out of there is if they were pregnant or seriously ill. True.
So
True.
your mum. So hang on a minute. You've got a brother George.
Yeah.
And you've got a sister Phyllis.
Yeah.
And a sister Jo.
Yes.
And they're all older than you.
Yes.
Significantly older than you.
Yes, my next one to me was Joan, and she was 10.
So Jo. So how many years between you and George?
16, I think.
Wow.
Well, he was in the army. He left and went in the army probably before I was born.
Okay. God, yeah. So you never grew up with George in the
No, I
house.
didn't grow up with him in the house.
So you've got this
no.
brother
Yeah.
in the army that
Yeah.
you've never grown up with.
No.
So, okay, go back to your mum in the ammunition factory in Bridgend then. This is the ammunitions for what? The war?
Building the bombs. They built bombs in Bridgend. That's where they done all the bombs and everything. And
The bombs that the army used for the
the
war.
army used for the war. And there was a bus that went from Barry Dock and took the women were all women, down to Bridgend to make these bombs. And the only way, presuming, I mean, it wasn't, my mother always said, your father said, oh, I'll get you out of there,
Yeah.
to become pregnant.
That's amazing.
Well, I wasn't
drastic.
around then, I was
It's
just
drastic,
this
but
person
that's amazing. 'Cause
Yeah.
what, your mum hated it? Didn't want to be there?
No, of course it
Dangerous?
didn't. It was dangerous, extremely dangerous. And the only way they could not go
Was to be
was
pregnant
to
or
be pregnant or extremely
ill
ill.
or die
I mean, they used to go yellow
from...
from whatever the materials they were using for the bombs. Yeah, it's true. That's true. This is what my mother told me. So then I came along, and she didn't have to go to make bombs anymore.
So let's look at then, you probably don't have any memories up until, well, what, about 4 maybe? Can you remember?
Yes, I can remember going to school. I can remember my first day in Cadoxton School.
This Cadoxton School is still there, at the
Still
top of the
there.
hill now.
Yes, yes.
But before we go to your first day in Cadoxton School, when you were 2.5, what happened?
My father died.
Okay, so your dad died when you were 2.5.
Yeah.
Do you have any recollection of him
No.
whatsoever?
I mean, I keep thinking, I got a memory of him taking me on his shoulders, but then somebody could have told me this, and
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
Yeah.
I do remember it, in a plaid Mac.
Okay,
But
Who,
I
you
don't
or
know.
your father?
Me. I was on my father's shoulders. Now I can sort of remember it, but I don't know. I wouldn't have been able to.
No,
I just
2.5.
assume somebody, one of my aunties, used to say your father used to take you through Victoria Park down to the post office
Okay, on Main Street? On Main Street?
by Cadoxton Station.
Yeah. So you don't remember those few formative years,
No.
but you can remember being 4 and going to your
School.
first day of school.
Yeah.
What do you remember about that?
I can remember meeting my friend Jean, but she wasn't my friend then, but she was after.
Yeah.
And Joan Bishop, and Joan Bishop was sort of posh because my father had a veg shop in Fear Street.
So, I got a minute then. So she was a posh friend.
She was a
okay, because
posh
they had
friend.
business.
Yeah, they were in business.
Oh, okay. Okay. So where in Fear Street would that have been now?
Halfway down Fear Street.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you meet your friends.
Yeah.
And what's your earliest sort of memory of, I guess, being with your friends, playing with them, and
Well, I didn't play with them because
No.
they didn't live with me.
okay,
But in Colebrook Road,
yeah,
which one was Colebrook Road then? Audrey Kitcat, who lived in the first house, Tony Hewson, who lived in the second house, and Brian Luxton, who lived down the road in the bungalow, but not the prefabs, the bungalow.
okay, the bungalow.
The bungalow.
Was he posh?
No.
No.
He was sort of. He spoke very nicely.
Yeah, but he didn't have a business.
He didn't have
No,
a business.
he thought you
no.
were posh.
No,
Okay.
no.
So, go on.
And the Wakeham twins.
Yeah.
They lived around the corner, but they had a farm and they used to have horses.
So around the corner would have been what, like Hebble Lane?
Yes,
or behind
by
the
the Hebble
bells?
Lanes,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you can still go down Hebble Lane today.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can
Well, still, the farm, Wakeham's farm is still there.
still there. So you used to play there.
Yes.
And what about that? There's by the side of the bells. There's a common or a grass.
Yes,
Or
the common was behind us.
yeah.
Behind the row of houses that we lived in. So
Okay.
it was like we lived country,
Yeah.
which was right behind us.
Yeah. Horses.
Horses,
farms,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So quite villagey then, I guess.
Oh, it was extremely villagey.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, well, it was the old village.
Yeah,
the
it
old
was,
village,
yeah.
and it was the old village,
Did
and
you
that
play
was
in
it.
the old village church?
Always. Yes. Yes, we
That was
played
great.
mob.
Yeah.
Played, yeah, mob.
And what?
I'd
Like,
say.
is this not when you were 4, or it is when you were 4?
Well, I don't ever remember not being able to go out.
Really?
We played in the streets, and
Yeah.
because there was no cars.
Let me ask you this: there was no cars.
Well, there wasn't a car. We used to be able to have hopscotch in the middle of the road and then get off the hopscotch when a car came.
Because it wasn't like it
There
wasn't the
nothing
volume of
like,
traffic.
Nothing like it.
And so, I mean, I'm not even going to say before mobile phones, because clearly it was before mobile
No.
phones. How did your mum get you? How did you know when you had to be in? How did you?
Well, in the winter, in the winter,
Yeah.
we would be playing by the old village.
Yeah.
And there was a lamp post, a gas lamp post. We used to have swings on that. We could swing on that. But when the gasman came,
Right.
and he'd come on his bike and he'd pull the chain down and light the lamp, then you knew you had to go home then because it was getting dark. Yeah,
So the gas man came to light the street lights.
yeah.
And you can remember that. Clear as
Yes,
day.
as clear as day. Yes, we used to play on the lamp, on the post.
Yeah.
Because it had two things sticking out.
Yeah, yeah.
And we could put swings on it.
Is that post still there? Probably.
No.
It's gone.
No, it's gone. Outside the old village church, it's gone.
And I know that green that you're on about. Do you still, when you take your grandkids out, do you take them down there? And what do you tell them?
I take him up the common and
Yeah.
I'd say, see in these bushes here, we used to make pretend stables.
Right.
And I had to be the horse because I was the only one that could do a horse.
A horse
And I was always the littlest, so I had to be the horse. And we'd gallop. I mean, it wasn't even like for an hour or something like that. It could be all day.
You have to be the horse all day.
Yeah, well, I didn't mind because I could go. But it was lovely for me because when I started school, I wasn't at all afraid because I knew what the school looked like. And in school time, you couldn't ride. They had a huge rocking horse, and you
Oh, right.
only had a few minutes ride on it. But then when all the kids went home and I stayed with my mother, I rode on it all the time.
So it's no biggie to you. How do you think it would have been can you remember how it was for your mum being a widow with two, older daughters, but still then a baby? Hard.
But I never thought of it as hard.
No.
I mean, I never thought, oh God, we got a hard life, because I didn't.
Because you didn't know any different?
Well, yeah, but I had two older sisters who sort of was my mothers as well.
Okay.
So I sort of had three mothers.
Yeah.
Ish. But no, but they looked after me as well. But so did the neighbours. Well, because my mother worked up the school, I can remember the teacher, Miss Dawes, calling her in and saying Marions should take the 11 plus.
Yeah.
Now it was optional. You could take it or you didn't. Marions should take the 11 plus because she's up the top of the class with June and Julie Wakeham.
So you were as clever as June and Julie Wakeham.
And my mother said, I can't afford the uniform. And I said, I don't want to be a county bulldog.
A county bulldog is what?
Was someone who went to the grammar school.
Okay.
But that was the only place you had to have a uniform to go to the grammar school.
I mean,
there was a provy lady.
The provy lady.
The provy lady.
Do you remember
I
her
don't know,
name?
I know she lived in Daniel Street.
Okay. So she would come round and what?
Well, I don't know. Give my mother a provy check, I expect, and we'd go and buy sandals for Easter and things like that.
And long socks or ankle socks? Ankle socks for Easter.
Socks.
Yeah, definitely.
And sandals.
But you didn't go to
I
church
did,
or
because
chapel?
I did, yeah. I used to go to church in the Old Village Church. But then I used to go to chapel with the Kit Kats because they used to go on Wits and Treats.
Wits and Treats, okay. So talk to me about Wits and Treats.
Oh, I loved the Wits and Treats.
Go on.
We used to think I thought we'd gone miles and miles.
Where did you
like
go?
another country. Wenvo.
I was doing Wenvo.
We used to have a big swing that they put a rope swing and things like that.
Where?
In Wenvo. I don't know, but
Not in the quarry.
No. Wenvo.
Village.
I don't know. Yeah. But it seemed to me like as if we'd gone miles, like another country.
Well, we didn't have the link road then, so
No,
it would have been.
it would have been.
lanes.
Yeah, we went to
bumpy.
Wits and Treats there.
Wits and
anyway.
Treats
Yeah,
with the
always like in
church.
Wenvo.
Where'd you keep the coal? Because I live there.
Out the back.
Out the back.
In the coal house.
In the coal house.
Yeah.
And what's the coal house like?
It's I don't know. It was a big corrugated coal house. And then there was a shed, and there used to be rats in there.
Rats not in the kitchen. Rats in the shed.
In the shed, in the coal house, and the coal man would come every week, Mr. Yar, and bring his sack of coal through the house.
Nylon one around, yeah.
And I can remember he used to go to pictures every Saturday night. Always went to pictures Saturday night.
Who did? You did?
Me and my mother.
When you were little?
Always. Till I
Okay.
was interested in boys, and then I'd say, oh please, I don't want to go to pictures on Saturday.
What cinema did you go to?
There was the ROM, which was, because you go on a bus.
Yeah.
And there was the Regal, who was in Cadoxton, and then there was a Palace, who was down Vere Street. Didn't go to the Palace though.
Why?
Because we used to call it the Bug Place.
What would you go and see? Films? How far back are we going?
Oh God.
So you Cary Grant?
All them.
James Stewart, Jimmy Stewart.
Yes, all of them. Yes.
Yeah. What was your favourite?
I don't know. I like South Pacific. I like the musicals.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. And just, if I'm being ignorant, sorry, were they in Technicolor?
Yeah.
Okay. So it wasn't a black and white. It
No,
wasn't
they
the
were
talkies.
real.
They were real films.
But I can remember. Oh no, our Joan was married then. She went to pictures with my mother when my sister was married. But I can remember going to the Regal, and my sister's mother-in-law, Mabel.
My sister's mother-in-law. Yeah. Joan's mother-in-law.
Joan's mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Was an usherette in there.
Yeah. With a tray.
And her cousin Violet.
Yeah.
And I can remember going in with my mother and sitting in the Regal, and sort of after half time when they would go and sell the ice creams and whatever, I sat there and I had a lap full of chocolates every bar of chocolate that was on their tray.
You
They
had.
came behind me and
Oh.
this big... See, I remember that.
Yeah.
I had my own bedroom.
Right.
I always had my own bedroom for years.
Yeah.
Down the bottom, but I never slept in it.
Why?
Because my mother's bed was lush.
Oh, it did have a big candlewick bedspread on it.
And it had, and it was all like,
Was it
and you
pink?
could make your own hole, and
Yeah.
slept in there.
Oh, and it was warm because you had someone to sit with.
Yes, and then we used to have lodgers. Everyone had lodgers when they were building.
I can't believe how many more people you can get in this house.
Well, John and Phil, John and Phil were there. Of course they were.
Yeah.
Must have. But we had lodgers in the back bedroom
Mhm.
because they were building the bungalows down Colebrook,
The prefabs.
the prefabs,
Right.
and they were building them.
Yeah. Who
We
were the
had
lodgers?
I can remember Mr. Brandon, and I can remember 2 Irish guys that went to St. Helens 8 o'clock mass, and they used to bring me back
Not the bread.
Everton mince.
From the church. You don't know where from. So hang on a minute. You had lodgers. These would be people that came from. Were they adult? They were
Of course
adults.
they were. They were
So they were.
adults, and they'd probably go home, I don't know, on weekends, wherever they lived, in Leeds or Bradford or
Yeah.
somewhere thing. And they came to Barry
For work?
for work.
On the docks?
Some on the docks, but most of them used to build.
So you've got your lodgers and you've got your mum, and your mum's, where's your mum still working in Carrickson School? She only got one job.
No.
Oh, right, okay.
No. She'd go up to school, finish at 9 o'clock, then go on to several other little jobs, like she used to clean the hairdressers, and she used to clean the drill hall, which was her cousin's, down where Adam's funeral parlour is
Yeah,
now.
okay.
So she used to clean there.
So I know you told me this. Tell me about
The electric.
the electric, yeah. But tell me about before the electric. What did you have to go and get? At the
Gas mantles.
Which
And
I have no idea what they are.
I can't understand people not remembering.
Well, I don't know what it looks like.
A
What's
gas
it look like?
mantle was like, I don't know, what you put over the gas thing. But it was very fragile. So chances are, if you run or anything, or you fell or you banged it, you put your finger through the gas mantle and then you get killed then.
By your mother.
By your mother.
Because how much was a gas mantle?
I have no idea.
Pennies. But you had to go up.
Up to Cadixton to
Yeah.
get the gas mantle.
And now this gas mantle, in my head, it's like a lampshade. It's not, is it?
No.
I don't understand. So you turn the gas on and it goes over the
The
pipe?
thing.
Yeah.
No, and then the gas comes out
and you light it.
I don't know, I never did it. I just went and bought the mantles. It was just
Who lit the gas? Your
my
mum?
mother,
Right.
always, and turned it off, always.
You didn't leave it on all night.
No.
And that was give you light.
Yes.
Before you had no electricity
No.
at all.
The radio.
How did the radio work?
I don't know.
They could have been
The
plugged in.
radio. One electric.
A wind up, was it?
I can't even imagine.
Not a battery.
I don't know. I'll have to find out that.
Damn, it wouldn't have been gas.
Gas. I don't know.
It
Used
would
to
have
get
been a
your
wind-up
radio. Well,
radio.
there was a shop that was sold radios in Barry Dock, and it was called Radio Rentals. And then you could hire a telly after.
Hang on a minute, you're skipping a bit. We haven't got electric yet.
Right,
Let's
so
look
we
at
had a radio.
Yeah.
My cousin.
Tell me about the radio.
I
You sit
loved
around it. What
Yes.
she listen
Well, I wasn't supposed to, but I did.
to? What?
The Man in Black. And he used to say, and Dick Barton.
Was he a detective?
There wasn't a kid, there wasn't a kid around at sort of like 6:45 in the night when Dick Barton was on. A
Did you
special
sit-
agent.
Did you just sit watching the telly?
No!
And watching the... Now, do you know you're going to get electricity? Can you believe it? How old are you?
No, next door, well, lots of the people had electricity by then, because Mrs. Clem next door, she had a television, so she had to have electric, and she also had a husband line. So she had this television, but she used to let us, me and Audrey Kit Kat.
Can I just clarify, Audrey Kit Kat is really a name, isn't it?
Of course it is.
The Kit Kats.
The Kit Kat.
K-I-T-K-A-T? The Kit Kats.
Kit Kat. The name is Audrey Kit Kat.
Okay.
Mrs. Kit Kat, Gwyneth Kit Kat, Eva Kit Kat, Ernie Kit Kat.
The Kit Kats. And what did the Kit Kat's cat do?
Oh, yes. I'd come running in one day and said, Mum! The Kit Kat's cat had kittens in the coal house.
You couldn't write that, could you? The Kit Kat's cat has kittens in the coal house.
The Kit Kat's cat has kittens in the coal house.
So, have they got, the Kit Kats have got electric?
No, because
Okay.
they were chapel.
Oh, that would have been too
Well,
much
they did
interference in the
eventually,
house,
obviously,
yeah.
but no.
Who has it first?
Probably Mrs. Clem next door.
Okay.
And she used to let us go in and watch
Because she had a TV
Children's
then,
Hour.
did she?
Yes. So we could go in for half an hour and watch Children's Hour on her television.
Oh, see, everybody shared.
Well, she shared with me
Yeah.
and Audrey. We had to
Yeah.
go when Mr. Clem came home from
From
tea.
work,
Yeah.
So, talk to me about putting the electric in your house.
Right. I don't sort of remember. But I know that my mother had to work a year for her cousin in the drill hole.
For nothing.
For nothing. Well, yeah, she was paying back this £100 that she'd lent her so that we could have electric. And my mother said she was in the school and Joan and Phil were working then.
Right.
And they'd come home from work and they were running around switching all the lights on for the
Practicing. It must have been. It must have been like, let there be light. And there was light.
There was.
Yeah.
There was.
And how big a job must that have been to put electric into all those houses? It must have been huge, all those wires and everything. And God, really, really quite, forwards
Well,
thinking.
it was £100.
Which
Massive.
Yeah.
It took her the whole year to pay off her cousin who
£100
lent her this
pounds.
£100 to have the electric on it.
So 15 comes and you haven't done the 11 plus
No.
So
I
what
went to
happens?
Jennifer. I went to work.
at 15.
Yeah.
Right, where did you go to work?
I started work in Macross or something like that in Cardiff.
In Cardiff, yeah, as
Sales assistant, I presume. I don't
Okay.
know, can't remember much of it. I was only there a couple of weeks because I used to travel on the train with my friend Madeline and Edna, who
Yeah.
worked in Vernon's Pools.
okay.
And they were earning loads more than me
How do you know?
because they had loads of money and they used to smoke pink cigarettes.
They what?
long skinny cigarettes, pink. I think that was fabulous.
Did you
Imagine it.
smoke?
No.
So not only did you not smoke,
No, but they
when you
looked
do
fab.
you did.
But they looked fab.
And are they
with
older
these
than
long
you? Or are they
No,
your
they're
age?
the same age.
So they've
Smoking,
reached the Sicilian heights of pink
yes,
cigarettes.
yes.
Where did they buy those from?
Oh, from the tobacconist shop in Cardiff that had a big bearing. I'm
On the
sure
Hayes?
people, yeah, I was going to say,
I know
sure
it.
people would remember
I
that.
know the one on the Hayes.
Massive,
yes.
big,
Yeah.
proper
Yeah,
size bear.
right on the Hayes. I
Yeah,
remember it on the
yeah.
arcade.
So I worked there. Well, then I left Mark and went to work in the football, Vernon's football
Yeah, Venus
pools.
Pools, yeah. What did you do there?
I don't know, Mark, the coupons and things like that.
So the pools when you used to put your cross in the field.
yes,
I
we
remember
used
my
to
grandpa
mark
doing
the
it, Littlewoods,
coupons,
yeah.
mark the coupons.
Mark, and then what, they send them off to you and you work out if
And
anyone's
then we'd
won.
have bumper. No, well, I don't know, so the supervisor or whoever it was. But I didn't stay there because the girls that worked there frightened the life out of me. Because they
Okay,
were from
well-
up the valleys, which seemed like they were from another country.
Because you've only been to Barry or Cardiff. You haven't been anywhere else. And
No,
Wenvo.
and they
You've been to
swore.
Wenvo.
And they swore.
Oh, and you didn't swear.
Well, not like them.
Oh, really? Were
I was scared. They were hard.
they hard?
They were hard.
Yeah. And
So I left there because I was scared.
have you had a pink cigarette yet?
No.
Okay. Whoever has a pink cigarette.
I thought it was fabulous because I used to get on the train and smoke these long pink cigarettes.
In the days when you could smoke on the train.
Yes,
Yeah.
I just used to smoke. Like,
Pink
I
cigarettes.
didn't smoke, but
Okay.
I always thought it was really
Posh.
But I was scared of these girls from up the valleys who
Because
spoke.
they were rough, you didn't know what they were going to do.
Well, I didn't think they were going to do anything. They just swore and it was scary. Speaking a different language.
Well, they had
which
a bit of
one
a-
really.
No,
They
they-
probably only come from.
Kafili. Yeah. It's not that far, really, is it?
No,
But to you,
but they do talk like that. See,
yes,
that was
and
it.
it was too fast.
And they swore.
And it was not nice.
No,
No,
I was
not
scared
like-
of them.
Yes.
So I left now and went to work in the silk factory in Barry and learned to swear, by the way.
Okay. You went to the silk factory.
Yes, Sidroys.
To make silk or to
No,
sew silk or to
they made petticoats and bras and
Sidroys. Where was that?
Sidroys, where you would know where Waitress, but I mean,
Yeah.
it was, yeah,
Waitrose, which was
Yeah.
Safeways, which was Presto's,
yeah,
which was
that's
the Tower.
right. Which was, and prior to that, it was Sidroys.
Sidroys. Okay,
Was
yeah.
making
Petticoats.
underclothes, underwear, bras and petticoats. And,
What, like the big stiff petticoats?
oh, they used to, when they came out.
In the, where are we now? The 50s then, yeah?
Oh, when they
57?
came out, all those net. Well, it was funny because the girls would go to, we'd go to work up the big drive, like where you'd go from the road.
Where the
up
hot pot
drive,
is, yeah.
with skirts on and come home without skirts.
With
And
it-
I tell you who owned that was Feltz.
Right,
Mr. Feltz.
go on.
Because he used to smoke this big cigar, and his daughter is Vanessa
His
Feltz.
daughter or his
His
granddaughter?
granddaughter was Vanessa Feltz, and he used to bring her down. I'd love to smoke to her one day and say, and she used to.
You should message into the radio.
She used to wear blonde. She had blonde ringlets. She was quite a tubby girl.
A portly girl.
Yes, and he
Oh,
used
yeah.
to have these big horrible cigars, and he'd bring around. Feltz.
Vanessa Feltz, the radio
Yeah,
presenter.
yeah.
Vanessa Feltz. Wow.
It was Vanessa.
So do we know whether he was from Barry or Welsh?
No, he
or-
lived in London.
Why
So-
was his factory in Barry?
Well, I don't know. That's what they done. They had factories all over the place, I presume.
Oh,
But it was
Okay.
lovely working there.
was it
We used to sing all day.
on the radio? Like the
no,
radio was
we'd
on?
all sing together. We are the Sidroy girls. Now we.
You had your own anthem.
Of course we did. Of course we did.
Okay. In the evening, where are you going? Because what are you, 15, 16?
Loads of places to go.
Go on.
Always, and it always had me. There was Caxton Youth Club. Thursdays used to be the Boppers up in Iron Road, and everyone went there.
The Boppers.
The
What was
Boppers. The jive up there.
that? Okay.
It was fab.
With boys? Or did you drive with the
Yeah,
girls?
yeah, the boys would jive as well.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And there was the Witchell Hut.
The Witchell Hut,
The
yeah.
Witchell Hut.
Is that still there?
Yeah, it is actually.
Is it behind the
it's
Witchell?
It's like
Oh.
a scouts place or
Off,
something.
behind, you go up the side lane off Devon
Yeah.
Road and it's behind
Yeah.
there. Yeah,
scout.
it's a nice hall that is now.
Yeah. Well, we used to dance in there.
And dance to what? I mean, so someone had come at Rocket with a load of records?
Do you know,
or?
I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I mean, I know we used to have, when we went over the strip, it was a jukebox. I thought that. I was thinking that, what they play? Because, I mean, we'd go up the Boppers. Everyone went to the Boppers, the Iron Boppers, on Thursday night.
Where was the Iron Boppers? An Iron Road?
Yeah. And there
In
was
a
a
hall?
hall. Yeah, and everyone went there.
Okay.
Everyone
And
went
what did you
to the
do there? So
Boppers.
you jived?
Jived. all
No
night.
drinking, no alcohol.
No, it was for kids.
Have you had to pick a cigarette yet?
No, I didn't smoke.
Oh God, right, okay.
No.
Okay. So
I
you,
might have had pretend.
okay. Okay.
No.
So you used to go there and jive with your friends Edna and Marilyn,
Yeah.
and there was a big gang of you, and
Big gang.
because you're still only like 15, 16 now
Yeah.
in Sidroy, so you know you're not even 18 allowed to have a drink or.
Well, you couldn't drink anyway till you were 21. I mean, you never even thought about it. Mind we might have taken a bottle of cider somewhere.
Scrimpy Jack. You couldn't drink until you were 21.
You couldn't drink till you were 21. No. You couldn't go in a pub till you were 21. And I was only small and little. There was no way I was ever going to get away with, I'm old enough to go. I wasn't allowed in when I was old enough to go.
So you go to all these places.
Yeah, no drink.
And then there's this place over the Nap, which is
77 Sunset Strip.
77 Sunset Strip, which is a club as we know it. No alcohol.
No.
Okay. But a jukebox. Is this a big thing?
Oh, yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, because you could choose whatever you wanted to dance to. There was loads of...
Okay, so you put your money in and pick it. And...
Yeah.
Okay,
Same
and then...
as jukebox now.
So that was at the side of what we know in Barry affectionately as the bar.
Well, we'd go over the strip.
Yeah.
And then we'd go swimming in the night over the bars.
Oh, right, okay. You'd go after the strip?
Yeah. More or less the same time, but obviously in the night. It was the night.
What?
So we'd get in the bars in the night. By the
fence?
By the boys' toilets. By his changing rooms.
Okay,
on the wall.
this I did
on
not
the
know.
Wall. Well, there we are.
So hang on a minute. What would you wear in the pool?
Well,
or wouldn't you go in the water?
No, we used to take, the girls would take their bathers in one of those basket things.
Yeah. So your mum thought you got your purse in there.
No, you know, those wooden baskets.
Yeah, I know, like cookery in school.
That's right. We used to take them, so we had our bathers on. We could have bathers. Get over, I don't know what the boys, perhaps they wore their bathers underneath, I have no idea.
Okay.
But we had to, if we went in the pool, we couldn't jump in.
You just keep your hair dry.
No, never thought of hair.
Why couldn't you
dry.
jump in?
Because it would splash. And the police would know you were in there.
Oh,
You weren't allowed to go in there. It was
okay.
night.
So you used to go swimming in the night, in the dark?
In the night, in the dark.
It must have been pitch black. There's
Of
no
course it
street
was.
lights.
No, of course it was. It was fab. And then that's when I went in the boys' changing rooms to get dressed, and I kissed Lou for the first time.
Lou Robson.
Lou Robson.
Who was your friend? He was in the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He was a crowd of people.
Yeah. I always fancied him.
Yeah.
So it was like... So I went in this changing room to get changed.
I've got to find this picture. Did Lou Robson look... I know this is Stephen, but did Lou Robson look at like this at that time?
Yeah.
Did he? He was handsome, Maz.
Gorgeous.
He's really, really handsome.
So, yeah, that was the first time I kissed him in there, in the boys' changing. Oh, disgusting. Boys' changing rooms.
Marions.
It was a summer, mind. I mean, we didn't go in the winter, stupid places.
Well, no, because it was bloody cold in the summer.
Cold,
yeah. So you kissed Lou Robson.
I did.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Smitten.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Hook, line and sinker.
Yeah.
Got you.
I think he was still in the grammar school. I think.
Okay.
I sort of vaguely remember seeing him in his cap.
Baz, how old was there an age difference?
10 months.
You're older than
I was
okay.
older than him.
So
I
you-
was working.